Escaping a Chaos Collective prison was never an easy task. But during the first major breakout, Cal Kestis and Rivet led the charge that would shake up reality. So few had escaped Sinister's prison, myself included, and those who do. Fate has a way of drawing them to meet their destiny. Henry Howard, the amazing Bulk, was about to meet his own, but he wouldn't be on his own for very long. Just like Henry Howard, many of the Mockbuster heroes had escaped from the Chaos Collective. Tony and Quinn, aka the Black Bat, Kyle Finn, aka Metal Man, the Almighty Four, and a variant of Rick Riker, aka Dragonfly. I know that you must have hard feelings about Dragonfly in particular, so it's a different face. So, think Finn Wolfhard. Yeah, he has that one has a face like that, so we'll work with it as we will. But they were all confused on why they were here and fought one another, until Henry stopped the fight so that they could talk like reasonable people. They all discussed on how they were taken by the Chaos Collective and how they escaped, and most of them got rescued by Captain Battle before he was taken too. They hoped to rescue him, but ever since Homelander's prison burnt to the ground, the Chaos Collective had doubled their guards, and Battle was in MODOK's prison, to which an experiment was being held in that prison. But in spite of the overwhelming odds, they all had to get home for their own reasons. Black Bat to rid crime from his city, Metal Man to remove his suit manually, Thor to return to Asgard, Dragonfly to return to his girlfriend, and Henry Howard to find a way to control the unbound spirit that dwells within him. To save Battle, they would need the technology to teleport to his location. And as soon as they came across a nearby outpost, they soon found what they were looking for, but they also ran into danger. For the universe they landed in was one that was infested with zombie symbiotes, deadly creatures. To get Battle, they would have to fight. The Mockbusters would fight a horde of sludge zombies. Though out of sync, they found an opening and teleported away to another universe. Although they did need to work together with teamwork, improving upon it. Our heroes made it to a universe that the Chaos Collective ruled over. But it was different. It was Middle Earth, reduced to a wasteland by Mind's Eye and his experiments. They looked for the prison all over, but with no success, until they found themselves in the city of Dale. The once great city was reduced to ash and its people destroyed. They thought it was abandoned. Until Black Bat was attacked by a man who had lost his mind. No one killed him, leaving Carl to try to heal his mind with the suit's interface. Having snapped out of it, the madman wakes up to his true self, the king under the mountain, foreign Oakenshield. After Mind's Eye destroyed Smaug as part of a test, he reduced Middle-earth to ruins, and MODOK had turned Erebor into his personal fortress. Good news was that Captain Battle was one of the prisoners there, but foreign worries that a band of jokes wouldn't be enough. But they had to try. Henry Howard, Black Bat, Metal Man, Thor, Dragonfly, and Foreign went down below to the mines of Erebor, till they found the prison, where a great hoard of treasure once was. Foreign says that MODOK is doing something down there, something that causes shifts in the weather and earthquakes all over. Something that our heroes would soon find out. They broke in, only to be met with many challenges to find Captain Battle, just making it by sheer dumb luck. But once they did, everything started to unravel as MODOK appears before them. The break-in, Captain Battle, Foreign, How it was so easy to bypass through his traps, all a part of the illusions created by the Phantom Ruby. Though it wasn't as strong as the original, it had given our heroes quite the hopeful dream. Captain Battle died a while ago, trying to break out, and now Henry and his friends were next to be captured and sent to Dr. Hemlock for experimentation. Seeing the sadness in his eyes, Kyle asked MODOK if this was what he truly was after. What was he for? Power or family? MODOK was planning on using the ruby to find the entity at the end. To find me. To bring me here, so that I would bring his family home. He vowed that MODOK would have it all. I'm sorry, Tartan, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Now under Hemlock's capture, the Mockbusters wonder if they were ever truly just jokes, and began arguing among themselves. Tired of all of it, Henry becomes Bolt-like and pep talks the team while grabbing Hemlock at the neck. It doesn't matter if they were jokes or not, or that Wilder believes guns were the answer to reducing crime, but they came to this prison to do something about the collective in honor of all the children that they had tortured. The rest of the team did not know that the collective had experimented on children, and Henry confirmed that it was true. After throwing Hemlock out cold and free from his lab, the Mockbusters fight their way to stop MODOK from ripping reality apart, while Black Bat finds any children imprisoned and frees them all. Our hero stood before the mental organism designed only for killing and prepped to fight. But MODOK realized that that Sinister, the warden that used my power to make his nuclear man, had Henry Howard exposed to the entity's energy and began to steal his power to fuel his portal to my location. Leaving Henry powerless while the others fought back, the portal opened and MODOK thought he finally met me, but it wasn't. It was a different entity. Green, full of envy and rage that I caused. That ripped MODOK in half and then savagely attacked our heroes. The green entity was too strong, but our heroes had to fight back. Henry Howard looked at his friends, powerless to do anything, but not alone. He saw that the orb containing his power, the power of the bulk, and the Phantom Ruby next to MODOK's split remains. He mourned the loss of MODOK and vows that his family would be safe in another world, one where he can be happy, but they can't be saved while the green entity lives. Comrade. And Henry realized that bulk wasn't a curse, it was a calling for his final stand. With his power back, with the pseudo-Phantom Ruby, Henry Howard became the Phantom Bulk and fended off the green entity, giving his team time to escape. It was a dangerous battle, but Bolt ripped the prison apart with him and the entity inside it, causing the heat of the explosion to flow a river of gold throughout the prison's grounds. And one last punch, the green entity was vaporized, and Bulk was gone, with the prison being encased in gold. The kingdom beneath the mountain got its treasure back, and the heroes had won, but at a great loss. Our heroes had to carry on, to do their part to besting the collective and save the multiverse in honor of their friend, Henry Hank Howard. This was the story of how a group of Mockbusters formed a team to become real heroes, to become legends. Legends that have only just begun.